Hello guys, what's up? Right now we're going to talk about the biological medias, okay? And these are the ceramic ring, the lava ring, and the Bakki rolls. Okay, as you can observe guys, actually guys, these three biological medias have a lot of tiny pores, okay? Lot of tiny pores in the surface, just like this, okay? You can see it here through the Bakki roll, okay? Lot of tiny pores in its surface and with a hole at the center of the media. The reason why there's a lot of tiny pores and a hole at the center because it let the water pass through and will at least give the beneficial bacteria a house to live. Okay, so after all guys, that is the reason why we need this biological media inside our tank or our aquarium, because there's a need for the good bacteria to live. So, because the main purpose of these biological medias is to give a house to the good or the beneficial bacteria, because those beneficial or good bacteria will eliminate the ammonia and the nitrates inside your tank. Okay, the ammonia and the nitrates will be eliminated by this good bacteria that lives here in your media. Okay, it's not the media that filters your tank, but it's the good bacteria that does the filtration of your tank. Okay, the main reason why we need these biological medias inside our tank is because we need the good bacteria to have a house to stay, and these are the best house for the good or the beneficial bacteria. Okay, so why do we need those good bacteria inside our tank? Okay, the main purpose of the good or beneficial bacteria inside our tank is because it helps eliminate the nitrates and the ammonia. Because if we will just let those nitrates and ammonia multiply inside our tank, then it will lead to the death of our fish. So if you don't want it to happen, then make sure to have these biological medias inside your tank or inside your filtration box. So the question is, can we use the biological medias inside our display tank? Well, the answer is yes. Okay, you can directly use your biological medias inside your tank. As you can see in the video, we have here the Bakki rolls and the ceramic ring that we directly place inside our display tank. Okay, just a few of them, but big enough for beneficial bacteria to live. Okay, so the answer is yes, you can directly place the biological medias inside your display tank. Okay, so that's the answer guys, yes. So another question guys is, how many biological medias or ceramic ring or lava ring or Bakki rolls do I need to use for my aquarium? Okay, the answer is as many as you can. Yes guys, as many as you can, because the more biological medias you use, so the more house you give for the beneficial bacteria. Okay, so as many as you can is the answer. Okay, so if you can maximize the space of your filtration box, putting lots of biological media, then that's better. Okay, so as many as you can. So that's the answer guys. Now another question guys is, where am I going to place the biological medias? The order of the placement of the biological medias. Okay, so what I'm talking about here is the order of the placement of the biological medias into your filtration box. Okay, is it before the mechanical filtration system or after the mechanical filtration? So the answer guys is, it must be after the mechanical filtration. Okay, so after the mechanical filtration, because your mechanical filtration guys will filter the big debris or the poops, the excess food and the other solid particles. Okay, so that's the first stage of the filtration, the mechanical filtration. So after the mechanical filtration, that's where you're going to place your biological medias. Okay, so that your biological medias not quickly clog up because the water that passed through it is already a filtered water, filtered by your mechanical filtration. Okay, so the answer is it must be after your mechanical filtration. So that's where you're going to place your biological media. Another question, guys, is how are we going to place the biological medias? Okay, so how are we going to place the biological medias? Okay, so we'll have an actual illustration, guys, on how are we going to place this biological medias inside this filter box. Okay, so we will use this filter box as an illustration for the biological media. So under, guys, you can see here plenty of little coins that's around 2 to 3 inches. So we are now going to place the biological medias inside this filter box. Okay, so this is the filter box. Okay, so as you can see, guys, this is our DIY filter box. Okay, this is our DIY filtration box, wherein first stage here the water goes in, then another division the water goes in, and here is the last filtration wherein the water goes out. Okay, so we will modify this one. We will use the biological medias as an illustration where are we going to place the biological medias. So actually, guys, as I said, we should first use a mechanical filtration for our filtration system before we're going to use the biological medias. Okay, so what I have here now are the oyster shells or the talaba shells. So I have here 3 chambers. Okay, I have here 3 chambers, first, second, and third. So for the first 2 chambers, guys, I will use the mechanical filtration system. Okay, and the third chamber, that's where I'm going to place the biological medias. Okay, so guys, in using these talaba shells, it's better that you place it inside a bag or a net, because by the time you're going to clean this, so you will just pull this. Okay, you will just pull this up, then switch it to the water, then it's good to go. Okay, so first I'm going to place this here. So the question, guys, is how do we add the ceramic rings or the biological medias inside the filtration box? Okay, so that's the reason why I have here a net, because we are going to place them inside the net. Okay, so the reason why we're going to place the biological medias inside the net, it's because for the ease of cleaning the biological medias. Okay, so I will place this here. Okay, I will just mix them. Okay, so that's plenty already of biological medias. Okay, plenty of biological medias. Okay, so all of the biological medias are now inside this net bag. Okay, so how are we going to place is simply dip this one here in the third filtration. Okay, here in the third filtration system. That's it, guys. Okay, sounds so many. Let's try to let's try to fit this in. Let's try to arrange it so that all of the biological medias will dip under the water. Okay. Okay. So I think we're good to go. Okay. We're now under the water. So you need to make sure that all of the biological medias sink in the water, so that the good bacteria that lives will not die if ever we're going to turn off the. Okay, so that's it, guys. So we have there the biological medias. Okay, the Bakki I think it's okay to Bakki. Okay, so that's it, guys. We have your extra Bakki rolls. Let's try to see if this Bakki rolls can still be placed here. Let's try to level this one. Okay, so I think yes, you can still use another Bakki rolls here. Yes, and yes, that's it, guys. Okay, so that's it, guys, and we have here extra 2 Bakki rolls. So I'm going to place it here inside this tank here. Okay, I will just use it as a decoration, at the same time serves a purpose for the good or the beneficial bacteria to live. Okay, so guys, that's how we're going to use the biological media. And to answer the question on where to place the biological media, is it before or after the mechanical filtration? Again, the answer is right after the mechanical filtration. So as you can see here, guys, okay, let's try to look here. So we have here the first 2 chamber actually are the mechanical filtration system. First chamber is for the oyster shells. Second chamber is for the filter foam or fiber fills, and the third chamber is for the biological medias. Okay, so the reason why we need to maintain a water on top of the biological media, guys, is that good or beneficial bacteria will still live even if the pump will be turned off. Because if you will dry up your biological medias, then you are killing your good or beneficial bacteria also. Okay, so it's not good to dry up your biological medias. Okay, so that's how are we going to place, guys, the biological media inside our filter box. Okay, so next is how are we going to clean the biological media. So that's the reason why I have here an empty pail. In cleaning the biological media, guys, do not use chlorinated water. Do not use a new tap water. Okay, it's better to use the water inside your tank. Okay, so you can take a water inside your tank and simply take your biological medias and swish your biological medias. So to illustrate that, guys, let me do it this way. Okay, so I'm going to take a water here. I'm going to get a water here, place it inside my pail like this. Okay, so the pail now have a water. Then to clean your biological medias, so let's just presume that your biological medias is already dirty. Just take out your biological medias, and that's the reason, guys, why we place our biological medias inside the net, because let's just remove that one and let's just clean it this way. Okay, just simply do it, guys. Okay, do it like this. Okay? So that's how easy to clean your biological medias. Yes, there is no need to scrub your biological medias, because if you're going to scrub your biological medias, then you are removing the good or the beneficial bacteria. So to retain the good or the beneficial bacteria, just do it like this. Okay, so the question is it good to really restore your biological medias as clean as the original ones? Okay, well, the answer is no, because the best biological medias must be a dirty look biological medias, because that means to say, guys, that have a plenty of good or beneficial bacteria. So in cleaning the biological medias, there is no need to restore the cleanliness as the way it looks like the original biological medias. Okay, so just swish it gently inside the water. Okay, so that's how we're going to clean the biological medias. then return it into its place like this. So guys, now I return the biological media into the third stage of the filtration box. Okay, so this is the first stage, second, and third. Okay, so the third stage is the last stage for the filtration system. Okay, so the good bacteria lives in the third stage of filtration box. Now, another question, guys, is how often should we replace our biological medias? Okay, so actually there is no specific answer for that question, guys, because it all depends upon your biological medias. So if you see your biological medias, guys, are already stuck with gunks or with plenty of dirt, when you think the water cannot pass through anymore, so that means to say, guys, there's a need for you to replace the biological medias. Okay, so if you see it that way, then you need to replace your biological medias. Okay, another question, guys, is how are we going to replace our biological media? Do we need to replace it 100% or just a portion or 50% or what? Well, the best answer, guys, is just 50% of your old biological media should be replaced with the new biological media. And the purpose is so that you will have the good beneficial bacteria that still lives inside your tank. Okay, then after a month, you can remove the 50% old biological media and replace it with a new one. Then, so guys, let's just have a little wrap up. Okay, so again, the purpose of this biological medias is to make the good or beneficial bacteria to have a house to stay. Okay, these are the house of the good or the beneficial bacteria. Okay, because the good or the beneficial bacteria are the one that will lessen or eliminate the ammonia or the nitrates inside your tank that will somehow lead to the death of your fish. So if you want to avoid that one, use these biological medias, because again, the good or the beneficial bacteria will eliminate those, okay, the nitrates and the ammonia. Okay, so by the way, guys, okay, where to place the biological medias? Okay, it's after the mechanical filtration. Okay, so after the mechanical filtration. And also, guys, remember that this biological medias does not filter your water or does not do the filtration. It's the good bacteria that does the filtration. Okay, so it's not the biological media, but it's the good bacteria that lives in the biological media that does the filtration. So guys, I hope that you learned something from this video, and if you do, please click like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that the next time we're going to upload a video, you will be informed or you will be notified. So guys, happy fish keeping and enjoy. Thank you for watching this video. God bless. Thank you.